What's up, guys? It's Sunday afternoon. I'm shooting my video on my laptop because, I just wanted to do something different. And I've been pondering on what video topic should I be talking about today. And I got it. I was going through my inbox because I get a lot of ideas from there. There's this girl. She messaged me. She was really long, like a long paragraph message. She was telling me her life story. John, I was doing this. I did a business. I failed. I did an MLM networking. I failed. I did a food cart. I failed. And she started complaining. So I read it, and I said, thanks for reaching out to me. I think she was looking for some coaching. Um, she asked me basically, what is next the best thing to do? I go, really, at the end of the day, whatever vehicle or business or next step, it's never the business. I always say, you have to look what's going on for you, with what's your mindset, what are your belief systems that's creating the result that you're not getting. Of course, there's going to be trial and error of learning and figuring it out, and that's really how life works. The thing is if you aren't able to build the stamina and strength to keep on going, that's where mindset is something that you really need to focus on. A lot of people think, well, you know, they do one thing, and if you fail, you stop, you quit. I think with the mindset that you're always going to be learning new things and developing that muscle to stand adversity. So I said, first thing you need to do is you need to build a strong mindset. It seemed like she was more complaining and ranting about her life. I go, if you go back to anything, what you focus on expands. And if you focus on more failure, you're going to get more failure in your life. If you focus on more complaints, you're going to recreate that. That's why you really have to watch the things you say, the thoughts you have, the TV, your environment, your theory of space. And I just said you really need to focus on your mindset. One thing I told her is, what are you doing now to develop and grow yourself? It's not just about being positive, it's having the right type of thinking, the right type of self image and emotion you have. So, in this video, I just want to give you some sense, some of my own insights on mindset. Is like, if you're trying to build, or if you're trying to, like, you have a recipe, and let's say milk was an ingredient, and let's say that's part of your mindset. If you have spoiled milk and you put it in let's say a cake, the cake will always taste like shit because the mindset is not on point. And I see a lot of people jumping jobs, doing businesses, failing, and they blame it. They're great blamers to the person who scammed them, the boss, the company, culture, the government, everything but themselves. I think in this day and age, you need to be smart enough to take 100% of your own responsibility, because that is really the power you get back. So once you learn to take that power back and start seeing, wait a minute, maybe I am creating these things, but what what can I learn from this failure? What can I learn from this meaning that I'm putting into it? I go, is it really bad? Because failure is actually, you need that when you're working out. You need muscle failure for growth. You need that type of, you need to test yourself. And I think that's really what happens when you're trying to master something. This goes for in a relationship. You need to spend 10,000 hours on yourself. You know, sales. Cooking, anything that would be making you a true artist. So I want to leave you on Sunday thoughts, because I actually went out last night. I DJ'd, and I miss the feeling of being out. Not because the people were there, because my first love was DJing, and I would say my first love. I'm watching this documentary on HBO called Defiant Ones. It just took me back. It took me back because every song, one of the reasons why I DJed, because I was from the city where Dr. Dre, Long Beach, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and all of them grew up in. It was from Long Beach, so I grew up in that area, Compton, and that was my shit, you know. So and I just started reminiscing, like, all the people just. My thing was I like giving happiness when I play music. I see the reaction. So where I'm going with this is like you really have to have enjoy yourself. And in Joseph Campbell, there's this author. You have to follow your bliss, and they don't teach you that in school. And sometimes you need to learn that. But if you're taking orders based off of what society is telling you to do, you gotta just stop. Get a pad or yellow pad and just say, what do you want to do? What makes you happy? And once you start to ask your questions and you know, once you're more intuitive and hear that voice of what makes you happy, I feel that's the path to true abundance and success. Because they say, yeah, the path to being successful and a millionaire is you work really hard. Yeah, true. But do you know that they're also very grateful? They're very happy. They have fun. Look at the lifestyles of like Warren Buffett and Richard Branson. Like their day is just like all fun. I mean, I see them working more on being happy and enjoying it. Like it's just like they love what they do, reading books, hanging out and chilling out, hanging in the islands, partying. And you got to see, you only have a short time on this earth. And if you're just thinking of all these fears and, what's people going to think about me, I think happiness, don't compromise our happiness and bliss. So going back to mindset. So if you're looking to develop your mindset, I would say you have to first detox yourself in terms of what is polluting it. First thing we did this year is we cut a cable, we choose Netflix or online sites just to watch content. Two is you have to detox the people that are not adding value. This can be friends, family, and start selecting people who you want to be around with. This especially goes with work and people that you want to learn how to build wealth. So if you want to hang out if you want to be a billionaire or millionaire, hang out with people in that level. Be in a different space. Three is find a mentor, and don't ask me to mentor because I'm not going to mentor anyone here. I have too much things to do. Find someone you like and say, hey, a lot of people actually message me, can you coach me, mentor me? I go, first of all, mentorship, there has to be an exchange. Uh, there has to be exchange. Why I should mentor you. Two is uh, not everyone will mentor you. Some mentors will charge you. All coaches will charge you. So what people are looking for is mentor and advice. A mentorship should be based on the industry you want to be in or just learn something. And it's like a apprentice. Sometimes mentorship in that they give a person, they were mentoring them for so many years and doing it for free. So I get a lot of these people, can you mentor me? Can you mentor me? And it's, yeah, sure, I'll talk to you. I can coach you and I can help you. They don't show up. So you already see that the commitment isn't there. So I'm very choosy. I don't want to mentor anyone unless they're working with me and I see potential, or I'm mentoring people on my team. So if you want to mentor, if you want to get a mentor, you have to say, hey, here's a great way to approach a mentor. Hey, I know you're very busy. I just want to know if there's anything I can do to help or you need anything done. Let me know. I'll do it for you. If you have a chance to have any time that's free, I'd like to ask you some questions for a coffee or take you out for coffee. But never be just like, hey, I want your time. You need to give value. You need to show them what will you get put on the table. And that's what some people ask, is like, I want your time, but I'm not willing to give you to you. It's like, really? So famous mentor was the mentor of Sean Puff Daddy. His mentor, I met this guy. He's famous. He ran multiple labels. So because I met him in New York and we went to the subway together. So he asked for mentorship. It was an internship. I think it was 4 to 6 months. He was working for him in Uptown Records. He goes, sure. what I'll do is first start cleaning my car, and you start doing errands. So you're doing just the grunt work. But he saw when once Puff saw, the work, the environment, the way things were handled. He grew from it. And he learned from it. And people want to be mentored over like Facebook, and I go, that's bullshit. If you want mentor, you work around me. We go to boot camp, we grind. This is like an academy. I mean, there's never ending learning, but you'll be leveling up. I think the reason why people don't create more income is they don't create more growth in their life. And you gotta be willing to put in the work and in the uncomfortable situations. And I would say it sucks sometimes, but you learn it teaches you. And I used to do that too. I interned and DJ'd for free for years before I was doing a lot of gigs, and it got boring after a while. But when I was there last night, it's like, oh my god, I love the song, I loved hanging out, and just enjoying the music, and that's something for me. And I think that was my therapy. So yeah, I think read books that would develop your mental acumen on what works for you. There are a lot of techniques on books, but read books. You only need one idea from a book. Audiobooks, YouTube, Facebook has great videos. But one thing is you need to also be clear on your goals and your why, because if you don't know your target, you don't know where you're going to point that arrow and start shooting. You need to figure out what is the reason why you're doing this for, and that will be the one that will get you out of bed, wake you up, and get your shit together. So, yeah, so this is why I feel mindset is more important than technique, strategy. Mindset will take you, to the next level, especially when you fail, especially when, you know, life throws curveballs at you, but you need to know how to pick yourself up. And it's about mindset. Bruce Lee was big on mindset. If you watch all his videos, he's always like pointing at the mind, like be like water. But he was a great philosopher, and yeah, I feel that you can learn from a lot of great authors and great mentors, and just books. So, you know, Sunday we're gonna just hang out, work out, walk the dog, and just enjoy life. So don't forget to stay grateful and have a great Sunday. If you have any questions, I will be doing Q&A. So if you have a question, leave a comment or leave it in my inbox. I can probably do Q&A and make it into a video so people can, read it and, sorry, listen to it as well. So have a great Sunday.